Hey Facebook world. So, how cool is this filter? I wanted to do this one so you can see it in my eyes. So this is probably going to get really deep, and I'm probably going to get really emotional, and I might cry a little bit. But, you know, I've made a pact to myself that this year I'm going big, and I have so much to give and so much to show, so much to share, and I've allowed bullies to keep me quiet for the last year. I've had so many ups and downs, but I had so many experiences this year that I didn't share all of them online, but what I did share was my learnings. So, you know, you guys see me as inspirational and positive and all those kinds of things, and even my post just the other day about overthinking, you know, that's because I was overthinking. I was going through something at the time, and I shared that, and so many people then reached out to me saying like, you know, wow, thanks so much, I needed that right now. And I don't not share some things on Facebook because I'm hiding it or I'm fake or anything like that, but there's things that we share and there's some things that we don't, and what I choose to share is my learnings to help and guide people. So I'm going to share something today that was pretty intense for me at the beginning of the year, and I don't know if I'm going to share the whole detail, I'll work it out as I go, but what I will say is today was a huge healing day for me, and you know, whether you're a believer in God or not, that doesn't matter, but something led me to allow someone to heal. So at the beginning of this year, I was really hurt by a guy, really hurt, and he made me, I don't even know if to say it, he made me make a decision that was life-changing for me. And a lot of you might have seen, a lot of you I've made friends with this year, so you wouldn't have seen, but in March this year, I did a live video about being suicidal, and I really was. I was at that point of absolutely almost not turning back, and it was due to decisions that another man had made me do. And to look back now, it's crazy. Like, I think I can't believe that. And I was actually going through my conversation with him the other day and read it. And I read the words that I was saying to him. And it was because I had a contraceptive IUD in at the time, which is fake hormones. And I truly am so against them. I'm going to be doing some talks this year with a naturopath about natural therapies for women and contraception, because I'm so against the pill and IUDs and all those things. They absolutely fuck with your hormones and to an uncontrollable state. You know, some people say women are crazy. It's so bad, it's so hard, and when we can't control it ourselves, that, you know, there's no other option. So I had it taken out in March, but I also had other external factors that were allowing that decision to happen at the time. I had someone else controlling my emotions, but I also was allowing him to do that. So he reached out to me. I haven't heard from this guy since March, and he reached out to me like a week ago and just said, can I speak with you? And I didn't reply. I stopped in my tracks and burst into tears, but I didn't reply. And I messaged his sister to say, you know, as I do, can you please go check on him because I'm worried about him? But I didn't want to talk to him. I didn't want to allow him any space to even apologize or anything like that because he hurt me so much. But this morning, as I'm now going through something where someone's ignoring me and it's hurting so much, and all I want to do is reach out to them and apologize and have my say and be able to explain myself, and that person's not allowing me, I've realized how hard that is. And so listening to my worship music this morning, something came over me to reach out to this person. So I reached out to this guy and I said, yeah, I'm ready to talk. You know, do you want to do it face to face or do you want to do it over the phone? And he said over the phone because he was up in Queensland. So I rang him and I allowed him to apologise for the things he put me through at the beginning of the year, and he said he's literally thought about it every day since, and you know, he knew he didn't deserve the opportunity to apologise, he didn't deserve the opportunity to speak to me again. But on the last day of the year, that was really healing, and it's something that I want you all to take on board going into 2018. Like, someone that's hurt you so deeply has possibly had the opportunity to deal with that pain and understand their hurt and know that they did wrong, and possibly have the opportunity, if you allow them to heal, if you just let them apologize. And it was no skin off my nose to call him, and I video called him because I wanted to see his face, and he was crying This is a big grown man crying over what he did to me and the way he treated me at the beginning of the year. And every day he's thought about it, but not only that, it's in his dreams. He's literally said it's haunted him this whole year. And so it should. It was terrible. But it actually was a big healing for me as well. I was able to cry this morning and look at him, through the phone and say the way it made me feel. And so the reason I'm saying this is because I feel so light to be able to go into this year, into 2018, knowing that something that haunted me this whole year has now been lifted. And, he then messaged me afterwards saying, I didn't deserve you to give me that, and I'm going to hold it forever. And I said, don't hold it. It's done. I've healed, you've healed, we've acknowledged it. Let it roll over you and move on. And that's all you can do. And so for anyone that has been through, their toughest year, and I've been through some pretty tough years, allow it to serve its purpose. What did you learn from this year and how can you go forward? What can you take into 2018 and what can you leave behind? Is there someone that you can allow your time, just 5 minutes, for them to apologize, for them to explain themselves? Whether you believe it or not, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But can you allow someone else to heal from their mistakes, and in turn, it will heal you as well? So I do have a bit of a broken heart at the moment. I'm really sad. I'm too going through a breakup once again. I'm really good at this relationship stuff, huh? Somehow I always know how to fuck things up. But, I've put God as number one again, and I went to church this morning and it was a really big blessing for me and it was a healing moment. My conversation with Elias this morning was also really healing. So I'm blessing everyone with an abundant amount of love, self-love, guidance, peace, understanding, faith, whatever you need to take into 2018. But do write out your list for 2017. I started mine the other night. I had a whole page just for January. All the things you're grateful for this year, write them out. Start with January, February, March, April. Every single month of this year, write down what are you grateful for. And then the bad things that happened, what did you learn from them? Honestly, this year was one of the toughest years of my life. And when I look back, how I survived it, holy shit, honestly, and I was suicidal. And I say that so openly. And I know some people really struggle with that word. I actually had a man reach out to me a few weeks ago that wanted to meet with me for coffee. And when I met with him, he said his goal for this year was to see 2018. A grown man, 2 kids, a wife, very successful in his job. Might not, I spoke to him this morning, he's doing really well. And I had a countdown for him for the last 7 days. And I said, it's not about the next 7 days that you survive, it's about the last 358 that you got through. And, mental health is huge, and sometimes we have outsiding factors. And the last 3 days I've been so heartbroken, and I allowed someone else to control my emotions when really it's only me that can control them. So just remember that as well. Like, whatever you're going through right now, it's not someone else's fault. You can control it. You can remove yourself from the situation, and it's not up to someone else to hold that. The space in your heart is yours. So I'm going to leave it at that. It's pretty exciting that this time last year I was literally on a balcony in Brooklyn, about to walk into New York City Times Square to watch the ball drop. And tonight I'm going to the beach to do a 8 p.m. meditation. I just bought some thermoses for my girlfriend and I to make some hot tea, and we're going to sit down on the beach until midnight. And, I'm no more pure than anyone else, but I feel really excited to not be out drinking or anything like that. I just really feel that my heart needs healing right now, and I'm looking forward to a huge 2018. If you don't like my posts, you don't like me talk about God, you don't like me talking about abundance and life and love and all the good things, then please just unfollow me, because I don't want to have to worry about going out in Terrigal and being bullied like I did this year, and then, questioning life and questioning whether this is what I should be doing. I have a huge message to give, and I'm not going to hide myself this year. So if you don't like it, unfollow. And if you do, continue to follow. I love you all, and I wish you all the best New Year's Eve, and God bless for 2018.